Hey, how you doing? I just want to talk about about targeted individuals and the article that I read. Basically, like they're saying in the New York Times, in America, basically that they're saying that there are over 10,000 targeted individuals who are being identified as being gang stalked across the world, and those numbers are not correct. It's more like 10 million people, identify with as being a targeted individual. It's probably even like 10% of the world identifies as being a targeted individual. And a lot of the information about gang stalking is being suppressed. People are putting their articles and documentaries on YouTube about gang stalking, and they get taken off or they get hidden away from the public to see the facts on gang stalking, and it's being taken down, and people are being shadow banned. They're being like all kinds of oppression against the targeted individual who's trying to tell their story across the world. And it's a lot more than what they're making out. At 10,000 people is ridiculous. It's way more than that. And, even when I tried to explain to my doctor as well about gang stalking, they had no idea about gang stalking. They don't even know. And the doctors have no clue what's going on with the person in their life. Or they're just playing a role in your targeting as well. And they don't know about the information, about the studies and the journals about people being targeted in their life. And, if you went to court and tried to testify against your gang stalking, it's impossible to prove. It's impossible to prove because the technology is so sophisticated that they've mind controlled everybody. And you'll probably have everyone in the courtroom coughing and clearing their throat and doing all kinds of gestures while you're pleading your case to the judge on being a targeted individual and asking for your freedom. And it is way more than what they're making out to be. And there are a lot of the knowledge is being suppressed. There are a few book writers and that write about gang stalking, and there's a lot of people that have a lot of information to give. And there's a lot of books, there's a lot of YouTube, there's a lot of other platforms that people are on and websites that, have to do with gang stalking. And it's all being suppressed. And, they all want to isolate us and try to be misinformed about our gang stalking in our life so that we're not able to empower ourselves as an individual and try to have the knowledge to carry on in our day-to-day lives and try to fight this gang stalking that's going on in the world. And, gang stalking's been going on a very long time. And if you don't know about gang stalking, you're just like, you've been asleep for too long. And it's time to wake up, okay? And see what's really going on in the world. And there are way more than 10,000 people across the world who identified as being a targeted individual. It's way more than that. And it's all being suppressed. It's all being hidden from the public on what's happening in the world, how they're brainwashing our families, our friends. Everyone is being manipulated. They're all being controlled. You know what I mean? They try to boil it down as a mental illness. They try to discredit you of having some sort of illness or disease. And that's very much associated with gang stalking. Textbook textbook. They humiliate you, oppress you, isolate you. They try all their tactics to discredit you as a person. And that's all I want to talk about, is like, basically, is that there's more than 10,000 targeted individuals in the world. And it just shows how much people know about what's really going on. You know, there's so many people out there suffering, and, you know, they come up with, like, you know, a stupid number like that when it's not accurate. It's more like 10% of the population are being targeted. And with that being said, take care.